Okay, so what's up, guys? This is Adam here, and today we're going to keep peeling the onion. Okay, we're going to keep carving another layer out about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about 15 minutes about Bitcoin. It's July 8th, 2025. I'm over here in Des Moines, Iowa. Great city, great place. But today I want to talk about Bitcoin a little bit. What is Bitcoin? Wow, what a question, huh? Well, a lot of people have a lot of answers for that. Bitcoin is a revolution. It's something new. And when something is new, it's scary. And people are scared to get into it. And I was scared to get into it. Bitcoin is now about 16 years old. I got into it in 2018, so that's about 7 years ago. So when Bitcoin was 11, I got into it. And everyone thinks, it's too late. And you can think that way. Don't buy. That's fine. Other people will buy. I'll keep buying it. Some people think it's a scam. Okay, maybe. If you think it's a scam, don't buy it. That's fine. I'll buy more of it. Keeps the price down. At some point, you're going to buy Bitcoin. I will guarantee that. I won't put my life on it, but because it's your decision to buy it or not. But the adoption is insane. And these are the things you need to look at. You need to look at data, okay? Data. Facts. Facts are like science, like first principles type deal. Everyone talks about first principles now. What are first principles? First principles is just science. It's just 1 + 1 in many ways equals 2. Some people say no, and they could be right about it. But at the end of the day, data is what gives you some sort of information that with that you can make some decisions. So Bitcoin, the adoption of Bitcoin is historical. There isn't any asset ever in the world, that came into this world in our recorded history that grew as fast as Bitcoin did. None, zero. So you just need to look at the facts. But if you think it's a scam, don't buy it. That's the bottom line here. And if it's not for you, don't buy it also. But I would like to invite you to open your mind to it and to really start spending some time in Bitcoin and learning about Bitcoin. They say it takes about 100 hours to just kind of get an understanding of what it is. 100 hours that you need to spend in order to learn, spend your time to learn about Bitcoin. 100 hours is a lot. The best way to do it is just start. And a lot of people, the way Bitcoin starts in their life is when they actually start buying it. That's when you start learning about it. And that's kind of how it worked for me. I shared my story. I'll share it really quick again. I was sitting with a friend. I heard about Bitcoin, all the, talk about it. But I was also, it's a scam. I don't believe in it. What is this? Internet money. I can't see it. I can't feel it. I can't touch it. All this bullshit that we live in this old world and old fixed mindset and just the way, and I was there. I was guilty in doing that. But then I sat with a friend and he explained for me for about an hour. He explained Bitcoin to me. And at the end, he told me, what do you care? Buy some Bitcoin. Do you have like $500 you're willing to lose? Buy some Bitcoin. What do you care? So what do you care? Buy some Bitcoin. Buy something that you can afford to lose. Something that you won't lose sleep. If you put $100 there, is it going to devastate you? If it will, don't do it. But if it's not going to devastate you, then do it. Simple. So Bitcoin at the end of the day is a protocol. It's an internet protocol. What does a protocol mean? It means it has a set of rules. A set of rules that there's a community that's in charge of enforcing. Those are the miners. Okay, that's the hash power. We hear about hash rate. So it's a protocol that's protected. Okay, protocol. Set of rules. Bitcoin is cryptography. It has to do with cryptography of code, basically. So learn about that a little bit. Bitcoin is blocks. They have blocks. And there's a certain block size. There's certain rules there behind it. And every 10 minutes, there's a new block that's formed. And there's a whole science behind it. I can talk about it just a little bit to be dangerous, but I'm not no scientist, not computer scientist. I'm just a guy that likes to wear nice crazy shirts. I think they're nice. And just enjoy my life and not have to get into every detail and try to understand the mechanics of Bitcoin. That's not what I'm saying you should be doing, but know enough to be dangerous, okay, about everything you do, by the way. So it's a protocol. It has a set of rules. It's immutable, okay? Like once it's there, it cannot change, okay? And so, with the bank, you go and you deposit money, and let's say they made a mistake, so they can go change it, and they can go move it somewhere else, and you don't even have access to it. First of all, you don't know what the bank is holding. With Bitcoin, there's full transparency. There's a transparent ledger, okay? It's called the blockchain, basically. You can go and you can verify transactions, see what's going on the blockchain all the time. And again, I know these are all just so many big grasping ideas that you don't have to fully understand. You just have to understand that it's been going on for many years. There's big adoption. The price just keeps going up. And that if you didn't buy it up until now, that's okay. It's just the way it is. You buy Bitcoin for the price you deserve. But it's not too late. So blockchain, transparent. And then read the white paper. That's a simple thing. Go on bitcoin.org or just Google Bitcoin white paper. It's 9 pages. It's not the easiest read. At least it wasn't for me. There's some computer science there involved. But it gives you the basic understanding. And I implore you to read, to print those 9 pages. And even if you don't understand every word, just read the whole 9 pages once or twice so you have a little bit of better understanding of what it is. And it's all out there, so you just go ahead and do it. But really, Bitcoin is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And I think I'm just going to leave it with this. Like, you have to do your own research, and you have to decide if you want to be part of a revolution, part of a new technology. Some call it the new internet. It's definitely the new internet. And you just kind of need to see if that's something you want to be participating in or not. And also look around and see what's happening. Just listen to some of the news, even mainstream media. We got to listen to them also. It's just the way it is. It's the mainstream media. You're going to open CNBC. You're going to see people talking about Bitcoin. You're going to see big companies starting to buy Bitcoin on their treasuries and all these fancy terms on their balance sheet and all this bullshit. But it's not bullshit. So they're doing it. So it's happening. So do you want to stay behind, or do you want to kind of be in the game, And if you do, then you need to decide how much and how much exposure and all these type of things. But Bitcoin is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, it can go down in value a lot. And yes, it sucks when it happens. It sucks when you buy it for $110,000. And in 2 weeks, it goes down to $50,000. It's the worst feeling ever. But if you stick with it historically, if you stick with it, if you don't panic sell, if you don't change anything and you just hold on to it, hodl, they call it hodl. If you just hodl, the science behind it is if you hodl for 4 years, you're going to get back your principal investment and some. You're basically going to make money. You're basically going to come out on top. And that's another thing that Bitcoin is kind of brings to this, I think, is you learn about patience. You learn about volatility. You learn about the monetary system. It's really, one thing we forgot to say that's super important is there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins. That's it. It's a capped supply, and no one can ever change that. And if you can find a money, a currency out there that's capped, please let me know what it is. But there's no asset in the world that has scarcity. Nothing. Real estate doesn't have scarcity. You can build more. Gold doesn't have scarcity. You can mine more. Precious metals, the same. The US dollar, you can print more. There's no scarcity. There's no capped supply. Bitcoin, super important point here. Bitcoin is the only asset ever invented, ever found, ever the technology that's capped, that cannot change. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoins. Never. No CEO, no corrupt government, no sheik in the Middle East, no cabal, no unknown, no president of any country, universe will be able to change that. No one can change that. And that's a very, very powerful thing. Because when there's scarcity, when the supply is capped, it creates an economy, a certain economy behind it. And it creates this scarcity, and which will eventually drive the price up. And it's just going to keep going up. That's what happens when there's scarcity. When there's not enough of one thing, it becomes more valuable. Simple economics at the end of the day. So, yeah, Bitcoin is an anomaly. You can't really touch it. You can't really go to a bank and take it out. There's a whole... It teaches you about custody also. Custody is a very important thing. Like at the end of the day, who's holding the coins, who has the code, who has the keys. We'll get into that at some point. I just want to take a few minutes, try to open your mind a little bit to think about Bitcoin, learn about Bitcoin, and more importantly, start buying some Bitcoin and start engaging in this new technology, in this new revolution that's revolutionizing the world. Period. So it's up to you. Do what you want with it, but know that there's plenty of good resources out there, and that it wouldn't be a waste of your time, even if you decided not to do it at the end. It wouldn't be a waste of your time to learn about Bitcoin and engage and buy some. I wish you luck. Thank you so much.